So my name is Riyad Ghannam. This is my office. We're RG Architecture. This is my staff behind us, a bunch of creative architects. We design buildings, that's our business, but we design a lot of other different types of structures as well. Today we're going to talk a little bit about parklets, which is a new construction type that we've been working on. I love the work I do. There's a lot of diversity, a lot of creativity. The projects change all the time. There's always new problems to solve, and I think the work we do makes an impact. I can walk around the city. We're in San Francisco, and we can see the projects that we've worked on and see how they impact and change people's lives. We do everything from having meetings, talking to clients, to sitting down and sketching and drawing and designing and brainstorming and coming up with ideas. There's inspiration to be an architect throughout life. I mean, teachers were definitely a big part of it. I especially enjoyed science classes and biology and things like that one might not know would lead you into being an architect, but anything that kind of stimulates the creative side of your brain is the kind of thing that's going to get you into this type of field. There is a lot of innovation going on in architecture. Buildings consume a lot of energy, and so I think that green architecture it's been coming into the forefront, and it's going to continue to go that direction, and I think that's what all the excitement is in our field. And when I first get a project, the first thing I do is I generally just start thinking about it, sometimes even dreaming about it. You know, when I have a moment to just relax, I can think about, what am I trying to accomplish here? And then I look around me. I mean, all of the problems we deal with have almost always been solved. And then it's finding out how to adapt that solution to your particular problem, because every problem is different. And then after I've kind of thought about it and looked around me, then the pencil starts to hit the paper. And that's when we actually start sketching and designing. And it quickly goes to working in the computer, where we can be more accurate about things, where we can actually study the space we have to work in and analyze information. I mean, a lot of it is about gathering data too, and disseminating that into something that then finds itself in creating a building, basically. A portion of our work are these projects called parklets, and the parklets were basically a concept that was a way to create public space and green space on city property that we have in abundance right now, and that's streets. There's a notion that streets might just be for cars, but I think that as we build more and our cities get denser, there's a need for green space, and there's a need for outdoor space that people can use, not just for driving and parking. And so we're looking at this issue and saying, why not incorporate some more green space where otherwise you would just be parking a car? What about making a place that people can recognize and go to that before was just a parking spot? So that is what parklet basically is, and then once we start designing it, we design it for a specific location. It could be to incorporate with businesses that are on the street adjacent to the parklet. It could have to do with the topography of the street. If we're on a sloped street, that'll change the design of the parklet too. And depending on who's going to use it, we might put different features in the parklet. Bike parking, for example, is something that we've included. So the creativity is endless, and you just have to figure out who it's for and who's going to be using it. And that's kind of how the parklet design starts.